What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Innings Intermissions episode. Today, I'm out here in Spokane at Peperzak Middle School. Tell us who you are, man.
Justin Farley, teacher here, English and Social Studies, and proud brother of this guy right here.
Come on, and you're also a coach.
JV, 7th grade. Yeah, living the dream.
Tell us all the sports you coach.
I've had the opportunity over the last few years of doing softball, flag football, basketball, girls and boys. Most recently, volleyball, which probably has been the most fun I think I've ever had. And then my favorite sport is baseball. So able to do JV baseball the last few years.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't you spike a ball in a girl's face in volleyball?
Can no longer confirm nor deny that ever happened.
Isn't there a video of it?
There's always cameras in schools, but I don't think that ever happened.
Oh, you did? Okay. No. There is a middle school girl out there somewhere with a deformed nose now because of this coach right here.
Lots of apologies, lots of tears. If anything like that ever would have happened.
Yeah. Well, hey, in 60 seconds, do your best here to be a storyteller, which you're really good at. Tell us why this school is named Peperzak.
Yeah, Karla Peperzak is 100 years old. She's our namesake, and she's a survivor of the Holocaust, part of the Dutch resistance, and at age 15, 16, and 17 devoted much of her time helping people get out of harm's way. A lot of Jewish people in Europe during that time were saved by the sacrifice of her and her family. Yeah. She lives here in Spokane. She's an amazing human being. Lives her life to respect others and tells her story with courage.
That's great, man. Yeah. Modern day hero, right?
She is, absolutely, 100%.
We'll transition to something a little bit more lighter. Tell us about your hat. What hat you wearing today?
Seattle Steelheads.
Tell us who the Seattle Steelheads are.
Part of the African American leagues before integration. So I think it's a cool hat, cool history. Love to tell history to kids and talk about injustices that hopefully we can learn from, and great sport. And yeah, I think it was the same owners of the Harlem Globetrotters at one point. I think it was a really short time. Yeah, but I like the hat.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
All right, you're a baseball fan, obviously. Who's your favorite baseball team, dude?
There's only one team. Dodgers always will be. And this year, I think we're going to get, 3 to 5 rings over the next 10 years. Yeah. The greatest player of all time.
Yeah. So you like buying championships, huh?
Hey, if an owner believes in a franchise and is willing to spend, I love generous people.
There you go.
I love generous people.
$1 billion contract.
Yeah, almost, but he gave it up for 10 years so that we can win.
What a sacrifice.
What a sacrifice. Good man. I'm going to bet on that guy any day.
Hey, let's get back to the questions I actually wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
So I love having coaches on here, community members, all that fun stuff. Today I want to talk to you about teaching. Mm-hmm. Tell us about your teaching journey.
Yeah. Growing up, I honestly always wanted to be a teacher. Well before I thought I was ever going to be a pastor, I wanted to be a teacher. My 6th grade teacher, Mr. Cumley, he was just a man at Clackamas Elementary that I will never forget. He taught us to think for ourselves. He challenged us to think differently. He challenged us to read and to write and to be students of our culture. And I just love the guy. And I was like, I want to be a teacher like that. And then my freshman year at the Richland High School, Mr. Deathridge, my freshman English teacher, he is a man who I think about all of the time. Instilled in us to be authors, to be readers, and I want to be, if I could be half the teacher of Mr. Deathridge. I think his son actually still teaches at Richland High. So that's one of my heroes.
All right, cool, man. How long have you been teaching though?
Only for 5 years. So it's my second career, and I never thought I would have an opportunity to do it. Now I get to teach and pastor here on the South Hill, and I absolutely love it. I was able to teach at Sacagawea and now at Peperzak, and I was able to teach for a short time at Pasco High.
Come on.
Which was a phenomenal opportunity. And so I'm just grateful for the cultures that I've been a part of.
Yeah.
Each admin I've had, and the friends I've made along the way, the students I'm seeing grow up.
Yeah.
It's been a blast.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How long has this school been open? You may have already said that, but
Our first year.
This is your first year.
Everything's new. So we have amazing varsity coaches and phenomenal teachers here. Our admin just class.
Yeah.
And everything is new. So the traditions that we're beginning, the climate, the culture we're developing, we have no one to blame but ourselves. If we don't like it in 5 years, we have to look ourselves in the mirror and ask hard questions.
That's good, man.
And so it's been a lot of fun. And we couldn't ask for better students, better families. They're my neighbors. I get to walk to work. So
what's your address so the kids can go aid your house?
But I get to see, they see me every day. The kids see me, and it keeps me honest, and I just want to be about the kids, students first.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's a hard challenge, but that's what I want to be.
Come on.
So,
All right, so you've been teaching for 5 years now. You've taught high school, middle school. What's been your favorite memory of an incident or just in general?
That's a hard question. There's been so many, but I'll tell you one recently that was phenomenal. To honor Carla and her legacy, we have committed as an English department to teach on the Holocaust every single year, 6th, 7th, and 8th, which in Washington State it's typically only 8th. And so we read a Holocaust book and we study that as a class. And this year we did the Yellow Star House, and the author is a former Spokane teacher. He's now a part of the Holocaust Center out of Seattle. We got to invite him to come into our school just a couple weeks ago, and he shared with the students his experience of knowing a Holocaust survivor.
That's incredible.
How he wrote the book, why he wrote the book, and that the students were captivated. So many of them came up to him personally, shook his hand, thanked him for telling Robbie's story, and to see that and that opportunity to be a part of that, that was so special.
That's
so
super
that
cool.
was probably my favorite, because I think we honored Carla, and also we challenged the students to really reflect on history and to challenge them to go, hey, maybe you could write a book someday. Maybe you can tell someone's story someday, and how it impacted you, maybe you can impact someone else. It's pretty cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about reading. So, obviously, I know you're a big reader. How many books have you read all the time, you think?
I love to collect books.
Yeah.
So probably, I don't know, thousands. I just love
Thousands.
books.
Don't be shy. Come on. How many books have you read so far? Right
Doesn't
now,
mean that I actually comprehend them, but
that's
I love
fine.
them,
So right now we're in the month of May.
Yeah.
Okay, it's 5 months in. Just started the month of May. How many books have you read so far
I'm
this
on my
year?
50th.
50th book, people.
Yeah.
Come on now, dude.
Yeah.
That's why when you want. That's awesome.
I just love reading.
What inspires you to read, and like what got you into reading?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just always enjoyed reading. I love story. I think story, it helps us it challenges us to think. It disarms us. We're not coming into it thinking, well, I better agree with this. Story helps us connect our mind to our heart so that we are able to, I don't know, it just challenges us to be different. It challenges us to take ideas that maybe we'd be uncomfortable with, and now we're like, wait a minute, maybe the world from someone else's perspective, maybe they have value too. Maybe I can listen and learn from them, and I think that's why I love stories so much. No matter what I'm doing, a good storyteller helps us to think differently and feel differently. One of my favorite books this last year, I know you're going to ask me that, I would highly recommend Hotel on the Corner of Bitter and Sweet. It deals with the Japanese concentration camps, the internment camps. It's a love story. It's based out of Seattle, so if you're in the Northwest, it has that flavor to it. And be prepared to laugh and be prepared to cry. It's going to get you. It's going to get you. So it's a phenomenal book. My friend Huffman, he recommended it to me, and I'm so grateful that I read it.
Okay, that's great, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so advice for young students, right? So you taught high school, you taught middle school. Obviously, currently you're here teaching middle school. What advice would you give to young students moving forward in regards to education, reading, and just this ever-changing world?
Man, if I could go back, just enjoy today. Make sure that you're being your best self today. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Do everything you can. For me, I just want to do my best to bring glory to God. I want to praise Him and please Him. I want to be a safe adult for people. So as a student, value other people and ask the question, why are they in my life? What can I learn from them? How can I help them? How can I support them? And I think you do this so well as a coach and a human being is take great joy in seeing other people do well. If I can help other people do well, that's my win too. And it's not about my win, and it's about the team. And if you can live life with people that you that you love and enjoy being around. When I walk into that classroom, I have to remind myself constantly, these are 7th graders.
Yeah.
And if I can have 45 minutes where they feel safe, they're still kids.
Absolutely.
Am I going to challenge them?
Yeah.
Am I going to ask them to bring their best?
Yeah.
Am I going to be hard on them at times? Am I going to be strict at times? But also let their hair down a little bit and have fun.
Yeah.
I address all my students as readers and writers and authors and historians in social studies class because they need to think that way. They need to believe that way on the field. I do JV for a lot of reasons, mainly because I'm not a very good coach. But part of it is because I want them to play as long as they can.
There you go.
Don't stop. Just play as long as someone tells you or your body tells you can no longer play.
There you go.
Just have fun, So
that's good, man.
Part of it, yeah.
Well, hey, I just want you to know, man, on behalf of this community, I'm not a part of this community here in Spokane, obviously, but I'm thankful from afar seeing somebody like you, an incredible teacher, awesome coach, great role model, being buildings, because you said it throughout this interview.
100%.
Every kid is just one caring adult away. And I truly believe a teacher can have more impact on a kid than almost any other human being, other than maybe a guardian of the child, than anybody else in their lives, a teacher / coach. And so thank you for what you're doing, man. And on a selfish note, as my brother, I love what you're doing because I learn from you every day. You're one of my heroes. You inspire me. I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I love your story, dude. You're living an incredible story. So keep doing it because this world needs more people like you. And so, but other than that, that's the last thing I'm gonna say nice about you. So
I appreciate that.
Between me and you, shut up, Justin. I love you, and you're off the hot seat. All right.
Thanks,
Give me
man.
some love, dude. I love you, dude. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.